So question 9, bit of a lemon this question, 8 marks, and the last 4 really are kind of something else. But anyway, let's start with the first couple. A shop makes birthday cakes. We've got the probability distribution here. Somewhere between 0 and 4 are the values it can take with these probabilities, and we have to work out the mean. The exam had a bit of a typo there, or was meant to be of. Anyway, to get the mean, we've just got to find the sum of the product of all these pairs. So we've got nothing from the first pair, 0.2 from the second, 0.5, 1.05, 0.4, add them all up, and we end up with 2.15. Then for part B, on Monday, the cake shop is making 4 birthday cakes. If each cake costs 20 bucks, what's the expected profit or loss on that day? So we know we're going to have to spend 80 bucks to make the 4 cakes at $20 each. Then we are expecting to sell 2.15 of them. So if we're selling them for 50 bucks each, our expected sales are going to be $107.50. And therefore our expected profit is the difference between these two, $27.50, which is so far so good. And then we go on to Tuesday, and this day the shop is going to make 3 birthday cakes, and the random variable y is the number of birthday cakes not sold on that day. So we have to explain why the number of cakes not sold is 0, is 0.045. Well, one way to do it is say, well, the probability that y is equal to 0 is 1 minus the probability that y is greater than 0. And the probability that y is greater than 0 is the probability that x, the number sold, is going to be less than or equal to 2. And that adds up to 0.55. And so 1 minus 0.55 is 0.45. Or you could almost have done the probability distribution as we're asked to in part D, where x and y are basically going to, well, they're kind of the opposite. So if we sell 0 cakes, then the number unsold, not sold, y will be 3. And if we sell 1, then the number sold will be 2. And then the probabilities are going to be exactly the same. We just copy these down from the previous table, except for the final value where x is either 3 or 4, y will be 0. And so that's our table done. And it's kind of, you have to ask, what was all this about really? It didn't go anywhere, and it doesn't seem to exist in the syllabus. But anyway, that was question 9.